Hello, Flosstube. I'm Heather. Link is my homeboy. Today is Friday, February 26th, 2021, and this is Flosstube number 34. Thank you for joining me. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you like what you see and decide to hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. Took a bit of a longer break between videos this time than I planned on. I've been trying to get on like a every 2-week schedule, and I got sick the weekend I was supposed to record. And I had a little bit of a fever. I was kind of achy and had some chills and had a bit of a cough and a sore throat and just kind of that feeling that my throat was never clear kind of thing. And I was only down for about a weekend, and then I got over that, all the achy and the fever and all that. But then that whole feeling of my throat and my voice not really being there just kind of stuck around for a couple of weeks. And so I kind of kept putting off the video until today. So, so I have about a month's worth of stuff to go over with you. A couple of life updates here. My newest niece was born on Monday. Her name is Ramona, and my sister and her husband and baby are all at home and doing fine. Ramona spent a little bit of time in NICU for some irregular breathing issues, but then I think she was in there for about 6 or 7 hours, and then she ended up getting to go home the next day. So, or I guess technically the same day, because I think she got out of NICU at like 2 a.m. or something. But everybody is doing fine. My sister has another child who is another little girl who is 4, and so she's a big sister now, and they're all adjusting to life with a teeny tiny baby at home. So yay! I have another one. I have another newborn. So, and then as far as general life, same old, same old. Husband goes to work. I stay at home with the kids and clean the house and all that kind of stuff. So, but I recently joined started taking part in a medical weight loss program. So I am seeing a bariatric physician, but I'm not planning on doing the bariatric surgery. I'm just doing the medical weight loss. So I had a video consult earlier this week and got set up with my goals and things to strive for. And then in a couple of weeks, I will be going in for an in-person visit with my physician and doing their nutrition class with a dietitian. And they've done some tests. I had to get an EKG, had to have some blood drawn. Everything came back normal. So if if they have to put me on some sort of medication or something like that, then they know that I'd be able to handle it. Like my body wouldn't just, go kaput. So, been a little hard. I'm doing a high protein, low carb. And so it's more like an Atkins instead of a keto, but it's, low carb. So, I've done low carb before. I've done keto. I've done Atkins. I've done Weight Watchers. And I had done I started Weight Watchers at the end of 2019, and I had some pretty good results with it. I had lost about 20 pounds between Thanksgiving and when the world blew up in 2020. And, tried to get back into the swing of things, and I just couldn't get the motivation for it. So I'm doing what I need to do, I suppose, and trying to get this extra weight off me so that I can be around for my kids, my husband, and have a long and healthy life. So if y'all could just send some good vibes, strength my way, that'd be fantastic, because I'm really struggling right now because I'm in carb and sugar detox, and Easter is one of my favorite times of year for candy because they've got the different flavored jelly beans, and the Reese's eggs are like my favorite because the chocolate peanut butter ratio is fantastic. So have a couple of treats for me if you can, and send good vibes my way. Other than that, no more life updates. So let's get into the actual stitching. I've got a pile of crap here. No FFOs because I don't do that. But I've got a few finishes. I've got some whips. I've got some new starts. I've got some new starts that are now finishes. And I've got some haul here. So no FFOs, which are, FFO means fully finished object or finally finished object, or it's a cross stitch that you have finished and created for display, kind of like these up here, which I did not make this one. I did not make this one. I did make this one up here. So, you know, Halloween 365, I just didn't bother taking any of that down. None of those. I don't do those a lot, but it's okay. I do have some FOs, which are finished objects, which means that I have finished the stitching portion, but it has not been turned into something for display. Which I'm pretty sure 3 of these are new starts and finishes since my last video. This is the only one that was a whip. This is Barbara Anna, Spring in My Heart. And this is from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, spring issue of 2020. And I used exactly none of the called for colors. And in the design, which I will put on the screen here, you can see there were houses and the word spring here. And I'm not a huge fan of houses. On occasion I like them, but not a ton. So I just took them out and threw another motif down there to fill in that space. This is done on it's either 28 or 32 count. I can't remember. 28 or 32 count opalescent Lugana from Under the Sea Fabrics called Sugar Plum Fairy. And I used Color and Cotton and Gast and Mosale. And I think that might be it. I think there's some DMC in there too. So yeah, but I love it, and I have no idea how I'm going to finish this yet, but I'll figure something out eventually. Next up, I have the January installment of the Joyful World Sal from Snowflower Diaries. And this is done on a piece of 20 count Ada in cashmere blue. I believe it says Weigart. And I am going to be doing the whole series, but I'm doing them individually because I'm going to switch them out like a calendar type of deal. And I am omitting the border. And I'm just doing a stash dive for the colors. I don't remember any of the colors I used. I want to say the white is 5200, but that's it. So, and like on this bottom row here where the green is, they were supposed to be like eyelets or something, and I just changed it to 3 rows of cross stitch instead. So he's all done. I gotta finish it. You know, obviously I gotta turn it into a mounted flat thing to display, so I can display it. But my goal is to have them all done and finished so that I can start next year. So I also finished February, started and finished February, which this is also on that 20 count Ada in cashmere blue. I'm doing all of the winter months, which will be December, January, February on the blue. So when I get to December, that one will also be on the same blue. And again, this was a stash dive. I really like the modeling I got in the female mallard there. I think that was a Mosale, and the way she dyes her fabric or dyes her flosses, they come out really, really nicely modeled. So, and last finish here, This is Quirky Quaker number 6 Lovebirds from Darling and Whimsy Designs. And I just used a piece of Vampiric from Under the Sea Fabrics. And this is a DMC Variations, I think is what it's called. It's 4160. It has it's like a white to cream ecru variegated. I don't think the camera's going to pick up that variegation really well, but you can really see it in person. Again, this is another one I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but I'll figure something out eventually. All right, next up, whips, which are works in progress. So these are things that were already started before the last time I met with you, and I put some work into them. So let's see here. We have Lindy Stitch's Funky Menagerie, which part 2 was released between my last video and now. And I am up to here. So I've got part 1 completed now. So I've got the border for part 1, and these are all the animals included in part 1. There's actually like a little spider with a web up at the top here, but I don't really care for him. This little spider's okay. That one, not so much. So I just didn't put him in here. And this is some called for, some not. Some of it's just stash dive. But this is Sam, the stretch pancake. This is Genevieve, the glitter waffle. And see, she is done in etoile. This is Dave. I think he's a pink robin. This is the sparkle muffin. I can't remember what I named him. This is a hot cross bunny, but I don't remember what I named him either. This is a crystal croissant, but I don't remember what I named him. And I did that one in DMC Light Effects. This is Andy the Neon Bagel. This is Delilah the Bark Biscuit. And I don't remember what Carrie and I have called that one. And then this is from part 2. He is it's an anglerfish, but I specifically colored it purple like a ghost fish from Animal Crossing. So ghost fish is a type of anglerfish, so that's okay. This is done on a piece of 32 count Lugana in Sugar Plum, I think, from Mystic Fabrics. And this was called in my February whip go. And I was supposed to finish both parts, so fail. But again, these are goals for the end of the year, so that's fine. It's fine. I also put some work into my map, which is, this is the Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past Light World map. This is a free pattern found on Sprite Stitch, created by Servatron. And I don't know where I was last time you guys saw it, but I have done a lot of brown. So, and this actually just got called for a page finish for March whip go. So I've got this much to go. I can totally do that next month, I think. We'll see. But it'll be exciting to get to the bottom here. And next up, I worked on so much stuff, and I might have, I have notes, but I may not have written some of this down properly. So if I've forgotten something, then, you know, it's all good. If I forgot something, go check out Instagram. Also, link is my homeboy. I keep a pretty accurate record there. I also worked on Rupert, which is my spring hedgehog from Gulakova Stitch. And this is done on some 32 count Jobelan in Petunia from Color and Cotton. And I've done a good bit of fill in on that. It's divided into 4 pages and it cuts off kind of like right here and right here-ish. So I was trying to get all of the full crosses filled in on that first page. And I worked out this double for Zombie Run for Daily 30. And 800 stitches is a lot. It actually makes a good bit of progress. This one's just really slow because it, you know, you do like 5 stitches in one color and then you gotta cut and move that around. There's not a lot of, Jobelin's not really forgiving as far as like traveling on the back. So I don't like to do it very often with Jobelin because you notice the bumps a lot more on the front. So it's a lot of, oh, let me do these 3 stitches, clip, move over here, do these 3 stitches, clip. But it's beautiful, and I am actually excited about working on that when I pull it out now. So my brain must be functioning properly to do it. What else did I work on? I worked on Atlantis from Owl Forest Embroidery. And this pattern was only available as a kit, and I haven't seen it in stock anywhere. I haven't seen it in stock on their website. And I've seen a couple on Etsy, but if you want it, you're going to have to, you know, like search eBay or something like that. And I'm doing this on the kit fabric, which is a 32 count blue something Murano. And I have done quite a bit actually. So I believe the last time you guys saw it, it was up to here. And so I got one of my seahorses, got this thing, and this little building here. Which my son, when he saw me doing the seahorse, he's like, oh, is that a seahorse? And I was like, yes, it is. And he said, is that castle for the seahorse? And I said, sure. So it's nice that somebody gets excited about my cross stitch, because I tell my husband and he's just on there. Let's see, what else did I work on since the last time? As far as whips, that's it. No, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I lied. I also worked on a little bit on Tiny Modernist Halloween Ouija. This was a sale in 2020 for Halloween, and I'm behind as usual because that's just what I do. But I did manage to get this cauldron done. And I decided to do this bright ass green. I think it's called Poe from Most Sale. I did a bright ass green for what's in the cauldron. And this was also called for Whip Go for February, and I was supposed to finish all the borders around. And January, I was supposed to finish all the tiny motifs inside, but that's all I got put into it. So I just never really made it. Like, I only did the cauldron, and that was for Whip Go weekend. That was my goal on Whip Go weekend, but I never really got back to the piece. So, you know, whatever. New starts. So these are things that I have started since last time I saw you. And this also goes to just a little bit of haul because this is Be My Boo from Top Knot Stitcher Shop. And it's this cute little ghosty. I'll insert a picture here because I didn't print it off. And this cute little ghosty with his little love letter and his little friendly bats. And I'm doing this on a piece of 32 count Lugana in I Descent from Mystic Fabrics. It's a really cool, there you go. There's a really good picture of the fabric. It's so pretty. And I added a little bit of backstitching to my envelope there because it didn't really stand out as an envelope to me once I stitched my colors. Because I picked a pink and a red and a gray, and I believe it's charted in Dinky Dye Silks. And I went ahead and picked a pink, a red, a gray, and then the ghost is done in glow in the dark because that's just kind of my thing. I do ghosts in glow in the dark. And I have also started the March installment of the Snowflower Diaries Joyful World Sal. And again, Stash Dive. This is being done on a piece of blush. I think it's called Blush Pink from Zweigert. It's all 20 count Aida. You can't really get, it's coming across really like pale ass white girl skin, and no, it's not it. It's a very pale pink. And I also got started on April. Again, because it's spring, it's going on this pink color. So May is also going to go on the pink color. And that is it for new starts that I didn't finish. Let's see. Plans or haul? Let's do plans first, because I know not everyone likes haul. So plans. So I was supposed to have finished in February. Merry Manatees got called on WIPGO, and it was supposed to be a finish, and I didn't even get to touch it. So I'm still at Little Dude is a Blob stage, but I would really like to go ahead and finish that this month. So I guess we'll see if I actually get to it. And I'm still working on revising my pattern for Like a Cherry Blossom. It got called again for March. So January it called for a page finish. March it called for a page finish. Haven't even finished a page because I had to redo my whole pattern. So once I get there, I think I have the border done. I believe that's just border for the first page. So I did spend a little bit of time working on the pattern last night. It's almost done. But some of it I have to like actually put into a charting software so that I can print it out. So for March, WIPGO, which WIPGO is the brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff, and there's a group on Facebook. She talks about it on Instagram a little. She has a video on her channel, which I will link down below, the actual WIPGO video. And it's like bingo, but for your whips. So I have a small board and a large board. The small board is stuff that ideally I could get finished within the month. For February, Spring in My Heart was on there. Got that one finished. And then I also had Merry Manatees as a finish, and I didn't even touch that one, so I'll mark it off later. But then on my large board, I was supposed to finish the borders on Tiny Modernist Halloween Ouija, and what was my other large one? I don't have it written down. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get to it. So anyway, oh, it was Funky Menagerie, 2 parts of Funky Menagerie. That's what it was, which of course I didn't finish, but I did get part 1 done, so halfway there. And then for March, my small board, I'm to finish up Lindy Stitch's Struttin' Tom, which I was just thinking about this last night, and it's kind of funny how that works out to where, like, I manifested it or something. And this was an exclusive kit from Nashville 2019. No, 2020. And I have the kit. This is some sort of Lugana, and it comes with fancy flosses and everything. And that's as far as I've gotten. But he's a really small little thing, so I should be able to get him done maybe 1 or 2 days of work. So, and my other small is Lord of Gourds from Autumn Royalty, also by Lindy Stitches. And I barely have a start on him, but they are small projects. So, and I have each of these as a spot on my board, so I don't have to finish all 3, just him. The fabric is Please Scream Inside Your Heart from Mystic Fabrics, 32 count Lugana. It was a fabric of the month, but it's also one you can order on her website. So, and I barely got a little start on the big old gourd that the crow is sitting on. Needle minder from Top Knot Stitcher. I just thought it was absolutely perfect for these projects because it's a blackbird wearing a crown. So, and then for my large board, another page on Cherry Blossom, and my map, a page finish. So hopefully I will get that done. And as far as other plans, I'm just gonna continue to try and keep up with the WIPCO and also with the Zombie Run Daily 30 and kind of whatever else strikes my fancy. So I will be starting the, I guess this kind of goes into haul a little bit. So if you don't want to do haul, toodaloo. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Sal. They finally got everything in place to be able to release it. So, and I actually won the pattern from them in their Sal group. They had like a naming post where you could guess what it was. I didn't guess right, but I don't think they were only basing it on right answers. I think they just, anybody who had a guess, they went ahead and drew from those names. So I get the PDF pattern for free. I did order the needle minder, and they had a sticker with this one, and also a little pouch to like hold your supplies. I went ahead and went to Michael's and snagged me the floss colors and spent a couple hours bobbinating all of those. There are beads involved with this one too, and they did sell the beads, but looking at the bead colors, I'm pretty sure I have all of them. If not, I can always go buy some, maybe order the beads from them later if I want to. And I'm still in limbo on what fabric I'm going to use for this one. Ideally, I would want some sort of like, just based on the colors, based on the flosses that are involved. I'm sorry, this is crinkly. I'm not taking these out of the bag. But based on the floss colors that are involved, I kind of wanted to do something like a neutral orange, maybe like a brownish orange, but I don't have a piece in my stash that fits that description. Now I did have, but alternatively, like any kind of neutral I kind of feel would be good. And I did have this. This is called Diversity. It was Fabric of the Month in 2020 from Mystic Fabrics. This is a 32 count Lugana. It's kind of a grayish color. And I originally had this set aside for that collaboration piece that Brittany of Ingleside Imaginarium did for brain not working, words, Lady Ella, I believe. And I don't have any plans to start that in the immediate future. I'm still gathering flosses because it does involve some fancies and some beads and things like that. And I really want to do it as called for, to do the piece justice. So, and I don't have any plans to start it anytime soon, and I'm still gathering supplies. So I kind of pilfered this from that, and I can always order this one again. This is a website fabric that Misty has, so I can order it again when I get there. However, I did also just receive my, Leslie of Under the Sea Fabrics, she does a Fabric of the Month Club too, and at the end of the year, she always puts up the colors throughout the year for people to order them. And of the ones she does, the top 3 get kept and become permanent fixtures in her fabric line. And I made an order back in December, and it just came yesterday. And I actually had a thought of using this one. This is called Spellbound. So again, it's not an orange, but it is a little bit of a darker gray. And I kind of like the modeling better in this one, but I don't know. I didn't have any plans for this fabric. I just wanted to make sure I get the color, get some of the colors. So I'm still debating. I haven't decided. I have until like March 11th, so I guess I'll figure it out between now and then. But yeah, into haul here. I also ordered a piece of Kelpie, which is like a seafoam green, pale blue. You're not really seeing the variegation on screen. There is some good modeling in here. It's very pale, but it's definitely got some good modeling. And I ordered all these in 32 count Lugana because that's my preferred fabric type. And I also ordered 2 pieces of this. This is Calliope. And is a little brighter than what it looks like there. My husband aptly called it cotton candy because it does look like cotton candy, or candy floss, as you guys call it in the UK and maybe elsewhere. But it's got like some seafoam green, some blue, some purple, some of this like peachy, pinky red color. But I got 2 pieces of this because I got this piece, and I also got it in sparkly, opalescent, whatever. And this one's got a big old splotch of that peachy pink color in the center there. So, very happy with these pieces. And as if 4 fat quarters weren't enough from there, I rejoined my Fabric of the Month Club with Misty. I had to take a few months off. And this was the February Fabric of the Month. This is called Lemongrass. It's a little more yellow than what is coming across there. I wonder if I can... Nope. This trick isn't... Oh, hey, yeah, there we go. A little more yellow. So, definitely like this. And I'm doing 32 count Lugana. But then I also picked up some stuff from a couple of fabric games. This is a 28 count Lugana. There weren't any 32s in this, but this is called Unipoo, like unicorn poop, because it's very magical looking. I had half a thought of putting the Cozy Cafe on this, but I don't know. Like the colors look fine. I just don't know. I don't know. But yeah, love this too. It's pinks and purples and blues. It's all very pale, but it's very, very pretty. I also picked up a piece of Monaco in the I Descent, which that's the one that I'm doing that top knot piece on. And so you can see really how differently these can dye, because this is Lugana. This is Monaco. So Lugana seems to, Lugana seems to dye a lot lighter, which is fine. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But it is nice to sometimes pick up a piece of fabric on a different type of fabric and see the differences. So I don't know what I'm going to put on this. I just know that I really like the I Descent. And I also picked up what she calls bits bags, which are like offcuts. This is an Ada bits bag. It's got, I'm pretty sure this is an offcut of Witch's Brew Opal. This bright ass orange. It's not nearly as bright as, or I mean, it's brighter than what is coming across on the screen. This mauve kind of, no, not mauve. I don't know. Magenta. There we go. Magenta with some orange. This greeny blue splotchy thing. And a piece of opalescent purple, and I think she was like, this is supposed to be like a galaxy, like a purple and pink galaxy piece that she was testing out, which I like it. Looks pretty to me. Be really good for a space piece. It does look like a galaxy. So, yeah. And this was sent to me from Cheryl of Tranquil Stitches. She is the creator of the Daily 30 group, and I picked this up from a boutique. This is Be Mine from Bent Creek. It's got little buttons. One of the buttons broke, but that's okay. I'm probably going to brighten up these colors anyway, and I've got some buttons I could stick on there. And last but certainly not least, I did pick up some project bags because I can't help myself. So Tara of 805 Stitcher, I'll link her shop below. She's on Instagram. She does a lot of collaborations with Lindy Stitches for her specialty bags and stuff. And I saw these the other day, and like 2 weeks ago, and I had to have them. Look at those little hedgies. Like, I can't even. And then she paired it with this beautiful pink floral print. And flamingos, because I love me a flamingo. And the only flamingo bag I had is also a Tara bag, but it's the Christmas flamingos, and I need flamingos for the rest of the year too. And she paired this with a lovely plaid gingham design, pink and orange and everything. So, and one more project bag. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery had, I guess, commissioned some project bags at one point, and I don't know if the quality was disappointing to them or not, but I'm a little annoyed. They only had a limited run, but it's a print, like a custom print fabric, and it's got their mascots on there, which are Sugarloaf and Jack. Sugarloaf is the pumpkin, Jack is the jack-o'-lantern bucket thing, and donuts. And the print is fabulous. Love the print. But it's not interfaced, and the sewing is not the best, and the zipper's not really in there right, and the corners are kind of blah. And the reason I'm a little peeved about it is because $25. So, oh, Carrie of Carrie and Stitches also made me some earrings. She had these little charms, and made some fobs out of them. But then she also made me some earrings. I think she was calling them Jars of Happiness, and I love them. So they're adorable. I love them. And what else do I have to talk about? The giveaway. So in my last video, I had put up the Lila Studio Sirena pattern to give away. And I did take note of all the comments, and I did a drawing when I thought I was going to record last time, and I've already notified the winner. The winner was Sarah King, and it's already on its way to her, so I don't have it to show here, but I can show you where I made my list and took a screenshot of the random number generator. And yeah, so she'll get that fairly soon. And anyway, I hope you are all doing well. I hope that you are all staying safe. I hope you're all staying healthy. I hope you are all finding ways to cope with the state of everything that's going on. And yeah, I will hopefully, assuming everything goes right, I will see you again in a couple of weeks with some progress and updates, and hopefully my frosted pumpkin stuff gets here because it's in La La Land in the USPS. So haven't had it left California on the 19th and it flies, and it's the 26th and it's still not here, and there's no update. Told me on the 23rd that it's late. Well, no shit. I told my husband to go start looking for it, and he was like, yeah, no. He's like, it'll get there. I was like, I hope so. But anyway, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.